even lift up Grendel? Is it possible for me to pick Grendel up?
He's a pretty stocky fella.
Probably not. No. Yeah,
I
he's
don't think I
stocky and he's
can.
got like heavy armor on.
But
And
I'm
if
gonna
he
go
doesn't
over
want
there
you to
and,
pick him up, then
wrap my arms around him and try to pick him up.
so you're basically gonna hug Grendel.
Yeah.
You're gonna spoon him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but the way these things are laid out, is there anything that looked like it might be some sort of doorway type thing or anything along those lines?
I'm hugging you right now, Grendel. I'm like trying to pick you up.
Well, as I said, there's the large circle outside, right?
Yeah.
With this pedestal with symbols on them, and then there's the inner circle that doesn't have any symbols on them.
I'll go stand there, kind of in the middle or something, because all we've got to go on is blue scale and open the way. So if that looks like
So you're gonna-
and it's kind of like a.
Can you remove the symbols from the other pedestals?
Well, first I'll go stand there and see what happens.
Can you like take this symbol off of one of the other pedestals?
You go check, and I'll go stand. and
So
see
you're
what
gonna
happens.
go stand in the middle of the circle, right?
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. So you go and you stand in the middle of the circle, nothing happens.
Let's
Okay.
see. I like the let's see what happens part.
Yeah.
Like, can the
Try it.
pedestal symbols be removed? Like, can I take one off and bring it to the dais?
No, this is like this is hewn stone, and then
Okay.
they're like
So it's not
painted
like
on.
a symbol that's sitting on top of it. It's like hewn into the
No.
the pedestal. Okay.
Yeah. It's painted onto it. Yeah.
Oh, I lost my.
Like I'm thinking,
Pardon?
like you might have to like put one of the corresponding symbols of the outside ring onto the inner ring, but
Do things look
like-
like they come off? Is there anything that they look detachable?
no, he said it doesn't.
No,
So like,
this looks like it's all one piece of stone, the whole thing, and then the
Okay.
symbols are painted on to the outside ones.
I'm gonna do it. I'll touch one.
Are you gonna? How are you gonna touch it? Just with your hand?
Lick it? No, I touch it. Yeah, with my hand. Just I
Touch
guess
it.
so. Just kind of face
Headbutt it.
hand right on it, kind of thing. See what I. Yeah.
Okay, so you put your hand on which ones?
You know what? The closest one, I guess, because I mean, what are they
Okay.
looking at
what are
these
the
basic
10
symbols?
blank ones? I'm thinking, right?
I
So
have no idea.
so you're on the inner circle,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
touch
yeah.
one of the blank ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
you
this-
touch one, and then around the circle, you see just kind of flicker for a second, like a hologram flickering, some figures, some people, and then it flicks out again.
Okay, so how about I leave my hand on it as opposed to just
Okay, you leave your hand on it, the same kind of thing happens for a little bit longer.
a little bit longer? So put two hands on two different ones. Would that do anything?
Oh, can you reach?
So you put your hands on two different
can
ones, the
reach
same
it,
thing
oh.
happens again. Yeah.
I think you should sit on it.
And
So hop up on top of it.
So yeah, I don't know. I turn to these guys. Anybody
Get all your body up on there.
climb on it, like hanging on?
All right, so
Yeah.
there's the there's the dais.
What if
So
we all
the-
touch one of them?
There's the pedestal with the
You
dais.
can only
Yeah.
touch 12 then.
So,
Right?
so Grendel, you don't have to climb up on these. They're low enough to the ground. You can just step on it.
Okay, let's do that. I'll stand on one with my. See what happens.
Okay, so Grendel steps on one of the blank ones, and then he is enveloped by a blue light, and figures start to appear all around the ring, but they're not completely like they're very faint.
Maybe someone else should hop on one and see if that'll.
I'm gonna go stand on another one next to Grendel.
Okay. Okay, the figures become more visible. They're less opaque.
What do they look like, these figures?
They look like Dragonborn.
Do they look like friendly Dragonborn?
And some of them look friendly.
Okay.
Some of them not so much.
I'm gonna go stand
Maybe
on one.
everybody should stand
Okay.
on one.
Yeah.
Levitar stands on one. Again, they become more visible.
Rhonda, why don't you stand on a platform or a pedestal here?
Okay.
I mean, we already
Yeah,
put you
okay.
on a pedestal, but you know.
So Rhonda steps on one. Anyone else?
Well,
many-
everybody who's here steps on one, I guess.
Is there enough? Is there
Well,
one? There's one.
Mav hasn't said if he steps on one or not.
I
Hey,
wait a
Mav.
moment to see if anything bad happens to them, and then I'll step on one.
Right. It's a good idea. I mean, that's what I was doing. I was like,
Yeah, so
all back.
you're about to step on them when Grendel starts melting.
I don't want to.
Nothing happens to them. You wait for a while, nothing happens.
okay.
Are you gonna step on one?
Yes.
Okay, so you step on one. I'm gonna say, Adam's not here. I'm gonna say he steps on one as well. And yeah, so then
Is there an earthquake
Mahut's-
going on right now?
I
Or
don't
is
feel
it just me?
don't think so.
I don't feel it.
No, it's just you. Nobody else said anything. So
Maybe there's just a really big truck going by then.
yeah.
I don't feel one, but I'm in Florida, so.
Yeah.
You need
So
a whole bunch of
Mahut
pizza. Maybe you let one
Or
go.
earthquakes are pretty mean.
steps on one as well. So once you're all up on the pedestals, then the figures become completely clear, and as as one, they all say at the same time. So looking around, you can see that there are 18 figures on the different pedestals, rather than 50, and they're kind of spaced out. And they say as one, witness, we are here to tell the truth of the story of Gifter Lagmander. But yeah, somebody was asking, like, what's like the general background that you guys should know about Gifter. Now, obviously, Adam should be here because this is his bit. So he would have been able to give you all the details, but let me give you a quick rundown. So Gifter Lagmander is the very powerful mage that you guys, or sorcerer, sorry, that you guys were going to go meet in Silverymoon. And he's one of the very few people powerful enough in the whole of Faerun to use the cracked treasure without causing like the world to end. What Garar knows about him is that he is like the progenitor of the Lagmanderai, which is a series of tribes, of dragonborn tribes that were basically formed by Gifter Lagmander and are spread all over the world. And his tribe, which live in the desert where you are now, they basically worshipped a pantheon of dragon gods, rather than like one dragon god. The stories of Gifter that he would know is that he was a powerful sorcerer who led his people in battle, and but he also knows that there is a thing in his tribe, that magic is not allowed in the tribe that he was in, and anyone who is known to have any kind of magic is cast out. And basically what happens is they're brought to a point in the desert and they're left there, and they're expected to basically die before they can get out of the desert. That happened to Garar, but he was hardy enough that he survived and got out of the desert and went into the wider world. He also knows that there are paintings in like the chief's tent of his tribe. There were paintings in there, and in the paintings, each painting had a figure that looked like it was Gifter Lagmander, but only Garar and some other people could see it. and Garar was warned not to reveal that he could see that figure because it was a sign that he had magic. But eventually his magic nature was exposed anyway, and he got kicked out. So Gifter is like a hero from the past, and like the founder of a nation and the founder of all these tribes. And you would imagine that these people who have appeared in front of you on the daises are from some of these tribes. And like at this point, I would say that Garar probably would have figured out that each of the daises around the different symbols is for a different tribe, and the one that has the dunes on it, Garar would recognize as somebody who, when he was younger, mentored him in his tribe, and has now apparently risen to a high level in that particular tribe to be here now, like in the room. Right, so that's what you guys know. Grendel, do you want to ask a question?
Okay. Where's Gifter?
Just a question, like, why do we need to know where he is?
Where is he? That's my question.
So a woman speaks, and she says that we can only answer questions about the past and not the present.
What?
And she says, I will allow you to ask one more question.
I will rephrase. Where are
Was
Gifters?
he-
Where was Grifter last seen?
He was last seen at the Great Battle. And after she answers, basically her body collapses in a cloud of dust, and there's a pile of bones on her days, and it disappears. Like the dust puffs out.
There's your cost.
Somebody find out where the Great Battle was.
So obviously someone else has been here and asked some questions because the other ones didn't light up.
Mm,
Well, you can ask a question about that if you want. So next is Levitar. So it is your question. So you can ask why the other daises are empty if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so Ask.
Why are the other dice empty?
okay, so a very tall dragonborn with like white markings on his face. This guy is like a black dragonborn. He
Why'd
answers,
you gotta be black?
so it was Black
and he
Dragon.
says that those tribes no longer exist. And then the same thing, collapses in a cloud of dust and leaves his bones behind. So next then is Noct and Mav. I've got Noct written down first, so you can go first.
How could we find Gifter Lagmander?
And he says, we can only answer questions about the past,
It's
not
like
the
the
present or
question
the
I
future.
asked. Where is he?
Yeah, and allows you to have another question.
They told me
How
he was
did-
last seen
How
at the
did
Great
Gifter
Battle.
Lagmander become such a powerful sorcerer?
He was born that way, and then that person collapses. Next is Mav.
Okay, I'm really scared of the fact that they said that there's going to be a cost coming with that comes with asking a question, so I don't say anything.
I think when
They all-
disappear, when they
We can
disappear,
all
see-
the
yeah,
all
we
the
can see
figures.
what- We can see what the cost
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But if Mav asks a bad question, Jake has to turn his camera on. That's his cost.
So
Pretty heavy.
so all the remaining figures turn towards you, Mav, and they say, ask your question or suffer the cost.
Oh, shit.
Oh, either way, I suffer, huh? Okay.
Well, at the moment, like up until now,
Yes.
it's the person answering that has been suffering the cost.
Hmm.
But they're telling you to ask your question or you're going to suffer the cost.
I don't think you want to suffer the cost because you don't want to turn into bones.
Ask where One-Eyed Willie's treasure is.
It's all Mount Doom.
All right. How can we return safely to our desired point of origin?
They tell you we cannot answer questions about the present or the future, only about the past.
Dang, that was my question.
And they allow you to
Another.
answer a new question, ask a new question.
I'm going to metagame for just a second. I've missed so much of this campaign, and there's one question I have that's relevant, but I'm not sure if I should ask it because it may have already been answered. Do you remember that gemstone with a multi-headed or multi-shaded thing that was all those different colors?
The cracked treasure?
Yes. We know
Yeah.
what that is now.
Gifter, this guy you're asking questions about, he's the one that they're answering questions about. Like Gifter Lagmander. He's the one that has it. Gorar gave it to him.
Okay. All right. Well, then, then I have a good question to ask.
Okay.
What was the cracked treasure made or built to do or accomplish?
The cracked treasure was created by an alliance of gods to protect their people from a rising evil.
Okay.
And then the woman who answers that question, she collapses in a cloud of dust.
So my asking a question just killed another person. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rhonda, your turn.
Not our game. All right, so I'm going to ask a really sort of selfish question.
Do you like tacos?
I'm going to ask
No, you.
where did what's his face go?
To Adam?
No, I know where he went.
To the porcelain god.
Dead. He's praying to the porcelain god right now. No.
Maybe tomorrow.
Mouth. Where'd Mouth go? Where did Mouth go last?
So the person who answers says that we're here to answer questions connected to Gifter Lagmander.
Only Gifter Lagmander?
Gifter Lagmander and anything connected to him.
Oh, all right. Well, you didn't say that. Is that in writing somewhere? Let's see that. All
Well,
right.
when they appeared, they
far.
said as one. When they appeared, they said as one, we're here to answer questions about the truth about Gifter Lagmander.
Oh, fuck, man. I don't know anything about that guy. Hey, I'm going to look at my friends. I'm like, hey, you guys want me to ask another question? You guys have a question you wanted to ask and you didn't get a chance because you only had one question to ask? Because now's the chance because I don't know what the fuck to ask.
Where was the
You
great
have
battle?
3 questions.
We each have 3? Was that the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I mean, that'll tell us everything we need to know
If you
about
don't
this.
ask a question, you die. Yeah.
I mean, if every one of us asked 3 questions, that should tell us everything we want to know about this person. And also,
Yeah.
if everyone's
So-
dying,
If
well, how many
if
people
every-
are there enough of these like sacramental people like
There are enough people to answer 3 questions each. That's why you've been given 3 questions.
Man, that is fucked up. All right, okay. So, all right, so I'm gonna all right. So hey guys, what do you guys want to ask about this guy? Like what you guys anything you want to ask? Because I don't know what to ask. Seriously, I'm not metagaming. That's really what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask the other party members if they want me to ask another question about this guy.
Yeah, no problem. So is anybody gonna?
Yeah. Has Grifter used the cracked treasure before?
Okay.
Gifter,
Has
right? Gifter.
Grifter.
Gifter. Has
Gifter.
Gifter used the cracked treasure before in the past?
As opposed to before in the future.
Just being, I'm covering all my bases here.
I know what you're doing. Yeah. So this time, a very skinny dragonborn answers, and he says that luckily Gifter has not used the cracked treasure in the past, or we would not be here today. And collapses and dust.
Wait, so if Gifter is a hero, and
I got it.
but why? So these guys are evil.
No, I
These
think
guys-
Gifter's evil, maybe.
But he
So-
said to be a hero, right?
So I'm gonna let Adam ask his own question in a one-on-one session.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave that. So now let's roll initiative for the next round. But yeah, Mav, your question.
I'm drawing a blank. I can't really think of anything I want to ask, and I'm afraid of more people suffering if I ask questions, since I just saw someone die when I asked a question. Even
Yeah,
though
They're not
Yeah, but
real
you-
people, though. They're like spectral people who left their
Yeah,
ghost
kind of spirit.
body here.
Well, you can ask if they're real people.
There
You
go.
can ask that, like,
But
They-
that's
or
only.
you can ask who they are.
Isn't that only? Shouldn't they only be related to Gifter though? Is that a Gifter related question?
They all know him.
Well, you can ask it and see. You can ask, who are you?
Okay.
That's a good question.
Alrighty. Who are you, and what are you trying to accomplish?
That's
That's
2
two
questions.
things, but maybe
That's
I can
2
get
questions. So
Okay,
they-
then-
they'll answer
What
the
is-
first. They'll answer the first one. A very old lady with white hair. She like tufts of white hair around her ears. She answers and she says that we are the chieftains and chieftanesses of the remaining Lagmanderite tribes who rebelled against Gifter Lagmander, and then she collapses in dust.
Yeah, see? I think
So they're not representatives of people. These are the actual people themselves.
Bring this up, please.
Okay, next is Noct.
What is the truth of Gifter Lagmander?
That's a big question.
It said that. Please be more specific.
You said you're here to tell us the truth of Gifter Lagmander. What truth would you have us know?
It's true. That's true. They said that. What's the truth?
Gifter, at one point, was a hero to the world, but he turned away from the good, and the person collapses
Go to the dark
into
side.
dust.
That's the truth.
So
Next is
Gifter
Rhonda.
might not be a good person anymore, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What force? This is my question. Rhonda's question is next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What force corrupted Gifter Lagmander?
Ambition. And then the guy that answers, big burly guy, collapses. Next is Grendel.
What was the outcome of the great battle? That's not the outcome.
Could be.
I've been battling with that burp all day. What are you tired of?
Yeah. So what was the outcome?
So this one is kind of a young, fresh-faced guy. Looks like maybe only like a teen or something. He answers and says that Gifter was killed, but we were scattered to the winds. And then collapses and dies.
Just get
Next is Levitar.
So we've been looking for a dead guy.
Yeah, that answered my question I was going to ask. He was dead.
But he's been brought back. He's alive again.
There you go. Who brought back Gifter?
That's
There's
a good
question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Levitar, you can ask that one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Who brought back Gifter Lagmander?
It was prophesized.
That doesn't answer the question. That doesn't answer the question.
Person collapses.
The question was who?
We're yelling at dust.
Yeah.
Who
But
wrote
the power,
prophecy?
basically, they're telling you the power of the prophecy brought him back. The same way that the prophecy brought back all the heroes.
In one form or
Okay, so roll initiative for the final round of questions.
Just to the party, Rhonda's going to ask, are we looking for this person? Is that what we're doing? Because I don't know.
We were on
So
our way to go
you
meet
got-
him today before the tree collapsed.
Why did you want to meet him?
Because he's the only person who can use the shattered gem without destroying the world.
Yeah.
Why do you want to use the Shattered Gem?
He wants to be a god.
They wanted to bring the people back, or actually, what Gifter was going to do was to send you guys to the plane of existence where those people were sent, so
heroes.
you could then
Mirabar.
get them and bring them back.
The people in Mirabar.
No, the heroes.
Yeah,
The heroes
people
of
from
old.
Mirabar.
The heroes of old.
No,
right?
the people from Mirabar. So, like Garar's girlfriend and
This is all
Mab's
about
girlfriend,
getting, that's all
and
about getting that part back, isn't it?
But now
And
there's
the
all
monk-
these dead people
and the monk that can read the books of prophecy like-
we need him.
as well. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So the question
Right,
should
so,
be where
Knock,
did
your
he
question.
go? Where's the last place he went?
That's what I asked. They said he was last seen at the Great Battle.
Yeah.
Um,
His last seen the Great Battle.
Where was
And you
the
know
great
now
battle?
that-
Where
yeah,
was the great
what
battle?
was the Great Battle? Or
Where? Then
No,
where
we
to
already
go.
know the Great Battle. The Great Battle was when they rebelled against him.
Yeah, but where was it?
Yeah.
okay,
Where
where?
was it? Like, Shinjuku,
Yeah.
or where did it take place?
Great battles every night in Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Okay, so Knocked, it's your question.
I would say where is it? Or where was it? Because we
What?
need to go somewhere.
No, I want to know what Gifter was seeking in order to become a god.
That's gonna be
And
vague answer.
no, not necessarily. And he says the original treasure.
So before it was shattered, I'm guessing. The whole
Yeah.
intact thing.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions left?
And we
or
just
that's
gave
great?
him the majority of it.
Yeah.
Why?
And you
Because
know what?
Gerard wanted his
We
girlfriend
have
back.
we have the broken pieces on our hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should stay as far away from Gifter Lagmander as we can. Not gonna
I'm thinking
lie.
you might be onto something. Let's get out of here.
How many more questions do we need to ask?
So there's 3 more. Rhonda is next.
It's how you killed him in the first place, because we might have to do it again.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Okay, so how was he killed? Is that the question I should ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you manage to kill him?
Yeah, how was he killed?
The at the beginning of the final battle, the Lagmander rebels numbered in the high hundreds of thousands, and at the end, less than a couple of hundred survived. We gave our lives to kill him.
So just by overwhelming number.
Yeah.
What was the answer to my first question again? Metagaming.
66.
What was your first question?
It was what happened to Mallet?
Metagaming.
What happened to Mallet?
They told you that they couldn't answer
answer
questions
that.
about.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Damn it.
Okay, so next is Mav. Yeah, so basically it took the lives of many hundreds of thousands of people to kill him.
That sucks.
That sounds not promising at all.
Oh, nice.
The picture's starting to form for us here, contrary to what I guess maybe we originally thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
What-
I'm thinking
what-
Gifter
what was
Lagmander
originally
not a
thought?
good person.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a good guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I have an idea for what I'll ask for my question. Why was he corrupted and turned to evil?
So you have an and there. and
Well, he wanted to be a god. He wanted to be
I
a
already
god.
asked that
That's what it
Well,
was.
we
Yeah.
got that part. We got that part. Okay. Why did he want to be a god?
Who doesn't?
That was ambition.
Yes, I was just wondering if there was any other deeper aspect to that.
He saw the gods as his inferiors. Okay, last question, Levitar.
This reminds me of Raceland Magier. The
Ah,
mighty
yes.
Raceland Magier.
Yeah.
Yes. With his gold skin.
Mm-hmm.
You should ask, what question should I ask?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe the last of them will survive then.
That's meta asking, and that's not related to him.
It is.
And also, it's your last question, so
Yeah.
there'll be nobody left to answer the
What color was his
next
hair?
question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Levitar, last question.
I did. All right.
I like that. Rhonda's question was
I
good.
guess. How can we stop him?
That's not past tense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the future.
And they killed him before by swarming him, essentially.
How
Yeah,
could we?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
could we? Past perfect. How could we have
How
stopped him?
could we have?
Dude. Oh god, yeah.
You're gonna ask that, right? That's a perfectly good question. It may not be
Dude,
helpful.
What are his
Yeah, but-
weaknesses?
Or no,
They only know one way to kill him. Remember,
yeah.
because if they knew a better way, they would have done that, right?
And they,
Yeah,
but they didn't specify how
That's
exactly.
true.
There were just a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot less. So, what was the method used to kill Gifter?
Yeah. Or who knew how to kill Gifter? Maybe we can
I was gonna
consult
ask,
with
are there
them.
any heroes that survived the last battle alive?
Yeah, we talked to some, right?
Well, they came back. That's part of the prophecy, I guess. Maybe
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you joined our group, there
I
are
talked-
the heroes of the past returned.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
talked.
Yeah,
I talked with one.
yeah.
But
You
if he
did.
returned, but it doesn't sound like he was actually a hero. So
Okay.
He's not a hero, right? We've established that.
He was a hero at a point in the past.
Yeah.
That's all you know. Yeah.
Anything else? This would be a good time for Adam to step in. Adam!
Yeah. But I'm thinking that
Adam
you
bored
guys should all send Adam like the questions you asked and any questions you think he should ask as well,
right now.
and just kind of fill him in. So he's no, like it'll be sometime in the coming weeks that I talk to him again.
Was Gifter the real Mirabar assassin?
The question is, what the fuck happened to Adam? Related to Gifter.
Did Gifter buy all that booze for Adam?
Yeah. The Gifter influenced Adam in a magical way.
Gifter gifted him.
Was Gifter in the book repository?
Oh, okay. I got something.
The grassy knoll.
He was on the grassy knoll.
Okay.
There you go. He's responsible for the magic bullet.
Was the Gifter
The git.
did he
He's a git now.
did the Gifter
Get her done. Did the get her done?
did the Gifter know how
The
to
gifter.
stop the power of the treasure?
That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to think.
But he wanted to use it. He didn't want to stop. He wanted to use it.
Yeah,
He wanted it when it was whole, right?
right. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but if he
How
wanted
did it break? There's a question. How did it break? Did he break it?
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
just
I guess
I
that's
think
a
you
good
just say no.
Yeah.
No, he didn't break it.
Well,
That
I mean, okay, so we've got it, right? We're in possession of it, right?
No. We
No.
gave it to him.
You guys gave it to him.
That's right.
because Adam wanted his girlfriend back,
That's right.
and it cost me 1,000 gold.
So, oh man. Fuck. Okay, I got a question. All right.
So basically,
Who did Gifter know? Who did he know that was able to tell us how to stop the power of the treasure? Who did he know? And then we can find out who to consult in order to stop him. Because we don't have a clue, right? We don't know
That's
how
what
to
I was
stop.
trying to think about, like any of the.
we're
survivors.
definitely clueless.
Yeah. Is that a question we? Does
Mark,
anybody-
do you have any insight that you could help us ask a better question?
No, no hints. That was a good question. That should give us all we need to know.
Who
They-
would have known how to kill him?
Yes, who would have known how to stop the power of the treasure other than the Gifter?
The Gifter.
Okay, so it's Levi's question, so
Yeah.
it's up to him whether he's going to ask it or not.
But I'm trying to think, yeah. Or should I ask how was it broken?
I don't know. I don't know which one's more important.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Was
think since we
what stopped it, like I don't know.
actually, you know what? That's not a bad one. How was it broken? That might be good to know. Something.
Yeah. Because
All right, I say ask that.
Yes,
how did
that-
it
that's
break?
fine.
Some
Yeah, that's cool.
into like the power that was used to stop it or whatever. Yeah.
Because it was stopped, right? At some point, it was stopped. He didn't do all he could, right? That's what they said. They implied that, right?
Something broke it, which was maybe more powerful than
Something
him. That
broke,
was actually
right.
to stop him. So we might
But,
want to talk to that.
We should ask.
But
that.
remember, I'm going to help.
How
It's
was-
a good question, but I'm going to help you out on your line of thought as well. Remember that somebody also asked whether Gifter had the broken treasure or the treasure at some point in the past, right? And you were
And I
told
said
that he
no.
hadn't.
He didn't
yeah.
have it then. Oh, okay.
So, but it's still a good question. I'm just telling you that, like, he didn't have it when he was defeated.
So it could have been broken when he obtained it. That's
No,
possible.
because he died before.
Well,
he was
no,
defeated.
because
Or before he
it
got
was broken when he obtained it, because the only time he obtained it was when you guys gave it to him.
Who made these rings?
What? Wait. So
It's all.
hold
It
on.
was already
Wait,
broken
wait.
before.
So Gifter has only been in possession of it from when.
Since you guys gave it to him.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
after the disaster in Mirabar,
That's
right?
the great battle and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So So Gifter's responsible for the shit that went down in Silvery Moon, but it has nothing to do directly. We don't. Although we don't know, but he's not necessarily responsible for what happened in Mirabar. Nor could he tell us.
Yeah, you don't
what
know about
happened
that.
in Mirabar. We don't know that, right?
That's actually what I said
Yeah.
before. Was Gifter the the Mirabar assassin?
But we don't know that he is,
Yeah,
right?
we do.
He could have just been an innocent bystander that was given this thing that has this like ultimate power.
That's
and he-
true. It's all a series of events, right?
Yeah, he could
Mirabar
have
thing
farted
led
on
up
it.
to-
But
He could have farted
Joel,
on
I
this
think
thing.
you're getting the timelines a little bit skewed. Gifter is
How?
from like hundreds of years ago.
This is the Kelvin timeline.
Wait, I don't understand. So we gave it to Gifter, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yes.
After all the crap went down. in
After all the
Mirabar.
crap
Yeah.
went down in Mirabar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with hundreds of years ago and a prophecy and all this other stuff?
Because he died
So-
like hundreds of years ago, right?
So basically, yeah, Gifter was a hero from like
Right. okay.
thousands of years ago,
Got it.
Right.
Right. Okay.
and
So he's one of the heroes that have returned
yeah,
prior
Yes.
to this great end of the world sort of
yeah. So
Ragnarok.
he
sort of
was
thing.
brought. So what they told you was he was basically brought back as part of the prophecy
Right.
that Grendel has been working on, right?
Right.
But the only problem
Grendel-
about that is that these guys are telling you that they don't think he's a hero at all, and they're
not
telling
now.
you the truth about him.
He's
Yeah.
not now, but before he was.
Now,
He-
don't forget.
Yeah, so he
we don't,
was a great hero, and he established all these tribes of Lagmander, Dragonborn. But at some point, then his ambition led him to look. He basically brought his people up in to worship a pantheon of dragon gods.
Right.
But over time, then he saw the gods as being flawed and wanted to replace them. And in order to do that, he decided that he was going to obtain this treasure that he knew about and use that to overthrow the pantheon of gods and replace them himself.
Which is
And
what he did.
then, so what happened then was apparently these tribes that have built this place here, they rebelled against him, and most of them gave their lives to kill him. But then now, hundreds of years later, as this prophecy that was laid down before Gifter turned to the dark side, as it were, he's now been brought back as part of that prophecy as a hero.
James,
because the
like,
dragon
prophecy
cult was
thinks
trying
he
to
was a
bring
hero.
back Tiamat.
James,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
about the prophecy. What is exactly what is everything we know about the prophecy so far?
See, that's the thing. We didn't know a whole lot about it. Basically, everything that we were just told, because Burkhart was the one trying to decipher it, but somehow he killed himself with chopsticks. But I'm assuming, but I keep coming back as we're listening to this to, I mean, the whole thing we were doing this was the Dragon Cult was also trying to bring back.
So I've got a question as well. Do we know who gave him the chopsticks?
There were little dragons on it. I thought we assumed the Dragon Cult did that.
I didn't do it. Did any of us?
Well, I know who gave them to him.
Anybody in the party? Somebody in the party do it? All right.
Maybe.
Was it Adam? Well, I'm guessing it was probably Adam because he's the only one here. Like, I didn't do it. He's not here.
Well,
He's not here. So
what I'd say to you guys is, if you don't remember, anyone who has dreams that were given to you in written form, you might want to read through them again.
Oh, yeah.
Dreams? Like from when?
Don't you remember? We got our dreams all the time.
Yeah,
it's one of you guys. One of the
Way
one
back
of the ring
when.
bearers. One of the fucking ring bearers. Man.
yeah.
Okay.
I only have 4 dreams in written form.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of the early ones.
I got it right here. Your sleep is full of sweet dreams. I see a figure with my back. You see a table wearing a brown robe. This is him, yes. Now I get a strong image of a pair of wooden chopsticks with carved red dragons. This is going way back. That's why we don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word put. So I gave him the chopsticks, but I didn't stab him.
Yeah.
I just gave it to him.
No. Yeah.
The instrument of his death.
Instrument of his death.
James, you did it.
His demise.
I'm actually just clicking through them real quick, these dreams.
James, how could you?
Elwyn dying on the floor. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, this is going way back. This was the very first stream he had, so we're talking going back like a year of our actual game time.
Yeah.
So I honestly, like, I put them in his pocket or something, trying to remember going way back.
Who had the wicked dreams?
Well, the dream itself was, I see a figure
James
with their
gave
back
him
to
to
a table
It was
and a pair of these stupid chopsticks, and that's about it. And it said put, so maybe I put them in his pocket or something. I honestly don't remember.
Chopsticks do not exist in Faerun.
No, it's
course
all
they do.
representation. It's a representation. It's the 2020s, man.
In Faerun, they just stab with forks.
That's yeah. But no, I remember the dream now, but yeah, I don't remember. I think, yeah. It's funny when he's asking someone gave to him. I had this sinking feeling it was me, and I had to go back and remember. Oh yeah, it was me.
Can we kill Gifter that back there with?
But to the fact that I could hear him
The
type it
deadly
away,
chopsticks.
I want to know who Mark's typing to now.
it could be me trying to give me some idea. I don't know.
Everybody check your chat and then you'll know who.
What chat?
Yeah. Just roll 20
On
chat.
roll 20.
Oh, we're
Okay.
Now might be a good time to reveal that someone in the party is in service of an evil god and is working against your aims. Miliki told you this.
What?
Okay.
I guess we know who got the message.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. It's all.
Is it me? I thought everybody got it. I wouldn't have said
No,
it out loud.
just you.
I wouldn't have said it out loud if I didn't.
You just did, though.
He
All
just
right.
did though.
Warning, do not read this part out loud.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
This would be a really good time to break the session so that our GM has a way to think of how to compensate or deal with this.
Yeah, this is more fun.
No, he's got
No,
it. Mark's
yeah.
on it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
So
Mark couldn't handle it, he wouldn't be doing this shit.
Okay,
So,
so let me
basically-
roll this by you.
basically what happens is, like, so you guys are thinking of things, you just finish all your questions, and Rhonda blurts out, one of you
Levi
is
hasn't
working
asked
for
his
an
last
evil
question
god.
yet.
It's okay. It's
Okay,
okay.
my God has been telling me to do stuff.
Mine
Right?
too.
So I don't know. Like maybe
Everybody's does.
Yeah, so Levi, do you want to ask your last question?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Levi's the evil one, but
No,
pretty sure.
I don't think he is. He's fine. He hasn't done shit. All right, he's all right, man.
My name's in the book.
Oh yeah,
I
and
think
that's
Levi
another dead
killed,
person on your list now, by the way.
Wait.
Burkhead.
The
Yeah,
chat is not a DM. It's just in the chat. Not everybody can see that.
Or you can send it to individual people.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
show that it doesn't show that it's a direct message. It's just right there in the chat on fucking roll 20.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when he'll write it. He'll go only to you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it'll only go to you.
So
That
my God's
sucks.
been encouraging
No
me
more-
to kill dragon cultists.
No more DMs. No more DMs in roll 20. You don't know that they're DMs in roll 20. All right.
Okay, so
Maybe you don't know
Levi,
this
question.
idea.
All right.
You could.
It doesn't show, it doesn't show you that they are.
Perhaps those special channels for our own individual characters in Discord might be a better way to get messages directly
Yeah,
to
we'll try
the
that.
players.
I'm
Maybe.
with
Yeah.
that, or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. So Levi, question.
Let's see.
Is it Grendel?
Yeah, no kidding.
One of you,
Well, that hasn't been
motherfuckers is
revealed
evil.
yet.
Here's Rhonda. One of you motherfuckers is evil.
Was it possible? I'm not.
Throw it up now.
That Lathander's not really my
Says
god,
God of
and it's
nature.
a different god pretending to be Lathander.
And I know it's not Grendel because Grendel's fucking cool, and I'm friends with Grendel.
But whatever god that I've had seems to be happy when I do bad things to the dragon cultists.
That's pretty evil.
Why do you think there are only 2 left?
That's pretty
Who
evil.
has
in a
2
way.
thumbs and white
In a
coat?
way, that's
Dragon
evil.
cult, this guy. So I'm wondering, maybe I'm being twisted around. Maybe Grendel's not aware he's being followed. Maybe it's Gifter who's pretending to be a god telling me to do shit. And I can't see Mark's camera to see if he's grinning at any of these things I'm saying, so I can't tell. He's just me thinking out loud.
He's grinning at
Yeah.
everything. He's
I'm
grinning at
grinning at everything because I'm enjoying the conjecture. It's very good.
Because sometimes it feels like when I don't want to do bad things, I can't use my priestly powers.
Evil people are not that conflicted.
Right.
All right? Evil people have a plan.
But it
Right.
could be, yeah, that's true. And no, I'm thinking
Evil
back to
people have
all
a plan.
Grendel's one-on-ones, and no, it seemed
Yeah,
pretty legit.
You're not evil.
No.
You're fucking Frodo and Mount Doom.
So who else
You
is
know, you're just conflicted. You don't know what the fuck to do. You're not evil.
So who are the other gods we've got? Oh, you know what? Somehow Grar's been the one that made us give this shit to the Gifter in the first place. Maybe he's being twisted around.
But let's have Levi's question,
I'm
and then
telling
you
you,
can
look at
have your
the
argument.
shitting grin on Levi's face right now. He's definitely evil.
Grar has lost his mind.
Well, yeah, we already knew that.
And I think because he lost his, and I mean, in a meta way, Grar has lost his mind, and that would indicate that he's not happy with these results. He's not happy with the outcomes right now, and that could mean that he's been nudged into being evil.
He's been nudged by the god of the bottle. That's why he's not here right now.
Well, I know. No, but beyond that, he could have been the one who had to take it upon himself to be evil, and he's not happy about it.
I don't think so, because he's gotten the shit kicked out of him a few times. He's been killed once or twice. Like
Okay.
Rocky.
Yeah, but Rocky wasn't mad.
No, Rocky.
Rocky just dealt with it.
Any bloodline.
With his 3 hit points. That was funny.
Sorry, what was that, Levi?
Anybody from his bloodline survived to the great battle, or
There you go. That's not a bad one.
How many more questions we got? 2 more?
This is it. But I like that one.
Yeah,
Anybody
so-
from Gifter's bloodline survive?
Yeah, I don't know what else to ask. That's a pretty good one, yeah. Might as well.
Despite his best efforts, yes. And the last person collapses down.
Unless
That's
it's
gotta be Grar. No, that's gotta be Grar. Who else could he be talking about?
Despite his best efforts, which means that he was trying to kill all the people from his bloodline.
Yeah, possibly. Because they could provide they could possibly stop him.